Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete to open things up. Jeremy Curley, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. The starting 11 on your screen now, and the one we discuss is Torrey Smith.
You would do worse than to just call long pass plays and throw it to Torrey Smith. He can certainly take the top off of any defense.
Kaepernick will try again on second down. Find nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kyle Williams able to drop him for a loss of 4. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Well, there was second long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Off the play fake to Hyde. Here's Kaepernick. He's got time. Smith catches left side. Charles, I don't want to belittle Torrey Smith because he obviously has a lot of talent, but I don't know that San Fran has seen the production out of him the last couple years they had hoped for.
Well, they haven't, and you know, just look at the raw numbers. What do you have, 53 catches in the last 2 years?
Total.
Has not been the deep threat that they expected and what he performed like in Baltimore. So what they've got to do is look at themselves, too. Quarterbacking, that's an issue for them. You know, the offensive line, so people have time to throw the deep ball and get some other receivers around him, take some of the pressure off. Because when used properly, Torrey Smith can still be a big-time player in this league.
On second down, here's Kaepernick. And that'll be incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And it'll bring up 3rd down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Third down, Carlos Hyde fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
Partner, I like Carlos Hyde coming out of Ohio State because I like the way that he would run inside and bodies would just scatter when he got through there. A very strong, aggressive runner inside.
Finished just shy of 1,000 with 988. If you're a back, how much does that hurt?
It hurts a lot, and then you want to talk to the official scorer at home and say, you couldn't find 12 more yards for me somewhere?
And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this will remain a scoreless game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
And his first pass is incomplete. Here's the offensive unit, and heads up, look out for the Clemson Tiger.
Sammy Watkins was brought in to make plays. That's what he specializes in. Out on the perimeter or going inside.
Taylor. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 17 that time. And it'll give the Bills a first down.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. And he'll Check this one down to McCoy. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Third down now following the completed pass.
Come on, let's go! Try 38! Try 38!
Again, it's Taylor. He's got time in the pocket. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit for the Bills, led by Dan Carpenter. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And Carpenter knocks it through, and the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So not exactly jubilation over on that visiting sideline, but at least a high five or two for their kicker as he gets them the first points of the night here on the opening drive.
And 3 points are not to be underestimated. You're on the road, under the lights, national TV audience. You want to come out and look good, and that's a good start right there.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Hey, 91! Easy!
They go play action for Hyde. Now Kaepernick. He'll bite, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Zach Brown not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on second down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw, Kaepernick. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
2nd and 10, it's Taylor again, surveying the field. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Here's Taylor. He's got Watkins on the out route. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Sammy Watkins from 17 yards out. And the Bills will extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now a hit and a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
Well, it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Here we go!
2nd and 10 now, it's Taylor. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
So the defense forces a 3 and out, but they got some help along the way. They threw it on 1st down, and when they were unsuccessful, it became 2nd and long. Didn't get it again on another pass. Went 3rd and long, and they almost had to put it in the air. They may want to rethink some strategy going forward.
Carpenter now, after the made field goal, will kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Well, he just threw an interception last drive. Nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of different between driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? That's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
Kaepernick now to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Here we go on 4th down with Kaepernick. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Williams. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The Bills getting set to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy that has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Single. Don't let 89 go deep. Whatever you do.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Complete to Quentin Patton. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
First down, a run with Hyde. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Carlos Hyde was the target, and it's 3rd down. So the offense needing 4 yards. It's 3rd down. Now the first carry for Chandron. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Kaepernick to throw for it on 4th. And able to find Curley. Give him 18 yards on that one. And on 4th down, they're able to convert. And move the sticks. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Kaepernick now on first down. And this is caught at the 8. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Vance McDonald from 21 yards away. And the 49ers get a score closer. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out come the Bills. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Tremaine Brock. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Throwing now is Kaepernick. Caught outright by Patton. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They do go for it. It's Kaepernick. It's caught. Patton. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. He dumps it to Hyde. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. They go screen pass to Hyde. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep and you catch him close to the spot.
And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Cap gives to the tailback high. And he'll be taken down at the 34. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Hey, 91.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. And that is incomplete.
Let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. On defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, he's got Watkins.
I know the object for us when we call games is to be neutral, but I have to tell you, I am rooting so hard for Sammy Watkins to have an injury-free next season, just to see everything that he can do and give himself the best opportunity so that we can see it.
Yeah, over the last 2 years, he's missed 11 games. It's tough. The one bright spot for him, though, is Clemson Tigers did win the national championship.
Yeah, I think that's going to give him a little bit of comfort, but what he wants more than anything, a healed foot and a chance to be the #1 receiver he was drafted to be.
And Buffalo wants that, too. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Watkins alone on the left side. Here's Taylor. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, 59 yards. And the Bills will extend their lead. And he'll bang that one through. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now Kaepernick throwing on second down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning.
Let's see if they can sneak one more good play in before the 2-minute signal.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And that brings up fourth down. Here's Colton Schmidt now to kick it away for Buffalo. Jeremy Curley is deep to return for the 49ers. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. To the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Kaepernick now on third and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now fourth down.
When a ball's tipped in the air and falls incomplete, sometimes it's almost insignificant. But not in this game because 3 interceptions have already been thrown. So when this one got tipped in the air, you just had to wonder, could this be the fourth? Instead, it falls incomplete, and the guys on offense breathe a sigh of relief.
Yeah, here come the Bills. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if... they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Here we go.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Throwing now, Taylor on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Sammy Watkins with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And the lead will grow by one more. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now the 49er offense ready to go and getting back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On second down, here's Kaepernick. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. He dumps it to Hyde. And he's brought down. They'll get 16 yards there. And it'll be 1st down, 49ers.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Aaron Williams. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already have. Be aggressive, go after it, and try and get those points.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. So 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. From the gun, it's Taylor. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the offense in a great spot. It's first, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Sammy Watkins in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Bills continue to pour it on.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers.
All right. Hang on here. We'll jump over halftime. Just let the system and graphics catch up. Okay, all set. 3rd quarter now. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice 1st half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On the move to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Now Taylor. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Colton Schmidt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
Now it's Curley. Look at the spin.
Balance.
Oh, he slipped right by him. Might have been 1 man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Throwing throwing on first down is Kaepernick. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
That'll give them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on first down.
Watch left, watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left.
On third and long, it's Kaepernick. Out to the flat for Hyde. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And quickly, they get to the line. Off the play fake to Hyde. Here's Kaepernick. And incomplete. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
From the gun on third down, Kaepernick. This will be caught at about the 6. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll run for it. Hyde. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Carlos Hyde taking it in from 4 yards out. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Wow,
the
leverage.
big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the throw by the quarterback? Anticipation on the break from inside to outside. He threw the football. As the receiver turned around, the ball greeted him. You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Steps away to his left, and he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here's McCoy. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. Credit the tackle to Navarro Bowman.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Now Taylor on first down. Over the middle and caught by the tight end play. That one goes for 24 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
LaShawn McCoy. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his second touchdown of the night. And the Bills add on. So the second time tonight he has hit the end zone, Charles.
Some people just have a natural nose for the end zone, and he's exhibiting that here in this game. Big-time job, and, of course, he's got to pat the backs of the offensive line.
Yeah, they can't be lost in the shuffle. They're vital. Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. And avoids the contact by sliding. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Now that looked like the Colin Kaepernick we got to know early in his career. Able to scramble and pick up a first down. We haven't seen as much of that in recent time.
Yeah, you know he's got the size to do it. Out of high school, 6'5", 170, but now 230, and we see what he can do with that frame.
And I heard people didn't want to step in as a hitter against him because he's a pretty darn good pitcher in high school, too.
92-mile-per-hour fastball in high school. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he gets it down to the 32. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Curley's got it complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, Hyde. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius brings him down. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And this is going to be incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
And here's Phil Dawson now with a 49er field goal unit. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And the kick for the 41-year-old is up and good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. Well, I guess we're at the stage here where they wouldn't say no to any points, but I don't think field goals are what they're looking for here in the second half.
I don't either, Brandon. When you're down as much as they are, that's the sign of a head coach waving the white flag to me.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. Shift together here from the D-line. Watkins alone on the left side. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way.
We're awake, we're alive, got the fire in our eyes. We're the kings, we're the queens, and if this is just a dream, don't wanna wake up. Let this feeling break up. We're running free, running wild, never running out of style. Got the fight, got the stuff, got the never giving up. Not gonna shake us, nothing's gonna break us. We make the rules.
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. And this AFC West matchup features two quarterbacks. One, a steady signal caller who moves the chains. The other likes to throw the ball deep down the field. It's Alex Smith going up against Derek Carr. With that, we'll get you out to Oakland. So we'll hand it over to our colleagues, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, apart from a 13-year gap in L.A., we are at the home of the Raiders since 1966. Now on first down. He's got the hook up to Andre Holmes. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. They try the corner route there, Charles, and it works to perfection.
Boy, that's hard on a defensive back because if you get any fake or move to the inside, you have to respect it, and then the receiver breaks back to the sideline.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Murray had the 1,000-yard season in 2015, followed that up with 788 last year. Now, also in the mix in Oakland, you had Washington, you had Richard. How do you see this backfield playing out going forward?
I think you'll see a similar combination going forward. I think that's one of the reasons that he dropped from a 1,000-yard runner to 788 because they had other options. They're able to bring in Washington, Richard. They can use different plays for those guys, a lot of versatility, and really upgrade their offense with an infusion of speed. But Latavius Murray, I think he'll still continue to be the lead guy out of that trio. Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Look pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And now a first down following that long gain.
All right, here we go. Wide and the 8.
Now Carr with a give to Murray. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
All right, here we go.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Carr to throw on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jameis Olawale, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Charles the lone setback. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
When I watch plays like that, I give a lot of thanks that my DNA did not make me an offensive tackle, because that is a very difficult job to hold your block against a really good...
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there. Smith to Macklin. 71 yards.
Terrific catch there by Jeremy Macklin. Harkens back to his days as a Missouri Tiger, where they used him almost like a wingback. You know, he would catch passes, they'd hand it to him on running plays. You can see that great ability once the ball's in his hands.
Yeah, so great in space, and a two-time All-American back in those days as a Tiger at Missouri. That is caught at the 7-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. To throw on second down is Smith. And his throw's going to be incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down. And we take a look now at the defense for the Raiders.
Bruce Irvin is an emotional, passionate player who lives to rush the quarterback.
And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're on the dime here on 3rd and goal. Again, Smith. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Jeremy Macklin, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Here's Taiwan Jones on the return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
And he fires one incomplete. Latavius Murray, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down. And let's take a look at the defensive starters for Kansas City.
Marcus Peters is a former first-round pick who has great anticipation and tremendous ball skills.
They go play action for Murray. Now Carr. And now another one thrown incomplete. He was trying to get it to Andre Holmes that time. And that'll bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. The rookie 5th-rounder Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard, because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone. Brandon, another catch for Tyreek Hill. How do you defend him? Because kickoff return, punt return, catching the ball, whether it's a receiver out of the backfield, and, of course, you can run it with him, too.
Well, let me give you some numbers from last year. To your point, 12 total touchdowns, 6 of them receiving, 3 rushing, and 3 in the return game.
If you're an offensive coordinator and you can't diagram plays for this guy, turn in your clipboard.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And the Raiders have got him. Khalil Mack coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that, and the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
And it's taken in at the 9. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And for that man, Crabtree just finished his 8th NFL season. Of course, the first 6 in San Fran, last 2 with the Raiders. Barely topped the 1,000-yard mark, but he did 1,003 this season.
It's been interesting to watch the career arc of Michael Crabtree because you remember when he came out of college, came out of Texas Tech, he was seen as a pure #1 receiver. Many thought he was going to be a...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A great play there. 74 yards. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we've got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Charles. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out. Play fake for Charles. Now Smith. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And he rifles one incomplete. The big tight end, Clive Walford, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Here's Carr. Open man is Holmes. And he's going to be marked down deep into Kansas City territory.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or 2 in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Michael Crabtree taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. So the offense starts that reverse. Looks like all the action, it's going that way. Then the reverse, and it was like the Red Sea parting.
Did your eyes go to the same place mine did?
Yes, they did.
To where
All
we
there.
thought the action was going. And then we had to reverse course, too, just as the runner did, and come back the other way. He was wide open after that play.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. To the right side, and he's got Macklin. Complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that...
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Bruce Irvin in there to drop him for a loss of 10, and it'll be 4th and long. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field.
3 down. All right, here we go.
Back near his goal line. Here's Carr. Trying for his tight end, Rivera, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Back to the air. Smith on 2nd down. His pass caught at the 4. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. And this one through the uprights and good. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Chris Jones in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's 3rd down.
We ready? 5, 0.
Now a play fake. Carr finding time. Looking deep for Crabtree. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Here's Marquette King now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. He'll take it at the 42. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get.
Jamal Charles, nobody in front, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Jamal Charles, 34 yards. And the Chiefs are a two-point conversion away from tying this thing up. And he's got it up and through. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now Carr, brought in by Walford, right side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant. It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. They come out here in the eye. They're going to run it with Murray. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Now a play. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Flushed out right. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he'll be down deep into Oakland territory. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The first down carry here for Charles. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. To throw is Smith.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offense.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. One receiver left, 3 to the right. Play fake for Charles. Now Smith. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. And this is not even going to get there. It's no good. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the second quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. The final shot here before half for Carr. He's got time. Airing one deep for Crabtree. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the third quarter. Let me spit this out. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody has that ability, they want them on their team.
Smith will hand it off here to Charles. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They run it. It's Charles. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They come up in an offset eye. 2nd and goal from the 7. Now it's the Princeton man. This is Spencer Ware. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he's probably throwing here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mario Edwards coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Oh, they get back to the football. It's blocked. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch here as this offense will come on deep in their own territory. And tough starting field position here. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And that play was vintage Derek Johnson. Made a play in the backfield. In college, he did as an outside linebacker. Used speed to get to the backfield. Now, a bulked-up inside linebacker with multiple Pro Bowls on his resume.
On second down, here's Carr. He finds Latavius Murray. Latavius Murray, 30, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Latavius Murray, 93 yards. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. And the lead is up to 5. As the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. And they have compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Jeremy Maclin, his second touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead. And
now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Now Jones. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Cooper, the man in motion right. And they're going to go soft on the corners. They go play action here on first down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. That incompletion, Charles, gives me a chance to put you on the clock real quick. NFC teams last year that did not make the playoffs that might make a push this coming year.
Well, three that come to mind right away that we thought were going to be in 2016. Minnesota, remember the start they got off to before that didn't work out so well for them. Arizona, we thought they were locked to be in the playoffs. In fact, many of us called them Super Bowl contenders. And Carolina, the defending NFC champs going into last season, they didn't make it. So I think that all three could return to former glory. I'm going to give you one way off the pace here. You ready?
Let's go.
The Los Angeles Rams.
Ooh.
They get the young quarterback going and that defense continues to live up to expectations. They could make a real strong push in the West.
They've got the D. You're right. They just need the O. They go play action for Murray. Now Carr. Throw left side to the tight end Walford. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. To throw, it's Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Johnson. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Smith now to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball is thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it, no matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Here's Charles, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 2nd down following the run.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. And Hill with it over the middle. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Chris Conley, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Now Jones. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And they're going to speed things up here. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put it in.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Big sack on 2nd down. Now the offense needs to convert here on 3rd.
We ready?
Now a play fake. Carr out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. Carr and Crabtree hooking up for a big one there. And even 40 yards. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup, but they really want...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 20, 10, 5, and he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Now Jones. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So out come the Raiders. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Carr to the right side. He's got Cooper. It's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And this time they go underneath for a simple pitch and catch.
And not only do you get the pitch and catch, Brandon, but you're able to keep the receiver moving.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Carr, got to have this one. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Charles the lone setback. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Here's Smith. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reggie Nelson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines?
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. And out come the Chiefs now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Perry Riley. And they'll be inside the red zone with the ball at the 16-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Carr going to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice, safe throw, and a good one.
Try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 88 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. That was a nice little setup there off play action for the long touchdown pass.
And I've got to tell you, it brings back bad memories for a guy like me as a former defensive back, because in a playbook I knew a long time ago, we described that play pattern as draw pass 9 go. Meaning fly pattern after the play action pass, trying to hit him for the deep ball. And boy, were they successful on that one. So tough because his speed is so great. You've got to make sure you don't miss any cues or keys in order to try and keep up with him.
Draw pass 9 go. That's still a nightmare to this day.
Yeah, I still wake up in the middle of the night and feel the guy going past me.
Here's Carr to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. And quickly they get to the line. Throwing now is Carr. Looking deep for Crabtree. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. On the counter, it's Charles. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On second down, Jamal Charles. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs fighting through. Look at the time. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Sean Smith. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And now they're in the hurry up. Carr now to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. He was trying to hit Jameis Olawale, and it's 3rd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne and try to knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And he's going to be marked down deep into Kansas City territory. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
All right, here we go.
Carr to throw again. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. It'll be Charles again. He has been the workhorse tonight. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing is Smith. Can't find anyone open. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Tyreek Hill with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the safety here.
Nice pick, nice pick.